Welcome to 5-Minute Insight. In this part, we give you a short presentation of the ERP system Epicor ERP. Epicor was founded in America in 1972. For a long time, the vendor mainly focused on the American market with both growth and success, but without ambitions to become a global vendor. In 2003, Epicor acquired the Swedish ERP vendor Scala, with the purpose to become a global player with coverage on all continents. At that time, the ERP system Scala was an international system with customers in more than 100 countries, but also with a rather limited presence on the North American market. The ambition was to acquire Scala and take advantage of the company's established sales channels on the markets where Epicor had a limited or no presence, but also to phase out the Scala system that was becoming a bit outdated from a technical perspective. Phasing out Scala, however, turned out being more difficult than expected, and still today, 17 years later, Epicor offers both Epicor and Scala as two available products. Major part of the technical and financial investments are, however, focused on the Epicor software. Today, Epicor in total has about 3,900 employees. In regards to Scandinavia, the company only has presence in Sweden, with a limited organization of only 20 employees. The company, however, has customers in all Scandinavian countries. Historically, Epicor has been sold and distributed both through direct sales and through resellers. On the Scandinavian market, the usage of resellers and partners have during the last 10 years decreased, and sales is mainly handled as direct sales today. There are, however, a few local partners in Sweden, such as IA-system, Datema, and Need to Code. The latest release of Epicor was launched in 2019 and called Release 10. Originally, Epicor was developed and deployed as on-premise, but nowadays Epicor offers its software also as a cloud service. The cloud offering is based on Microsoft Azure as deployment platform. Since the acquisition of Scala in 2003, the company has reached international status and almost global coverage with customers in plus 50 countries, and the software is today available in plus 40 languages. Target group for Epicor ERP is small and mid-sized organizations with 50 up to 2,000 employees, and often international organizations with subsidiaries in several countries. The average customer size on the Scandinavian market is companies with between 100 up to 500 employees. Specific focus areas and industry verticals is service-oriented organizations, project-centric organizations, retail and wholesale, and logistics. In total, Epicor has around 4,000 customers, whereof about 40 customers in Sweden. Considering that Epicor has had presence in Sweden since 2003, the number of systems sold in Scandinavia and Sweden is a failure. The background to this is related to both the fact that Epicor software in the early days had some defects when it was launched on the Scandinavian market, together with several organizational changes which hampered the company's and the product's development in the Nordic region. If we consider the functionality, Epicor ERP is a relatively comprehensive business application with many abilities for a small and medium-sized company. The strength lays primarily in manufacturing and logistics, with an impressive range of configuration possibilities. And the software also includes embedded tools with large flexibility to build unique customer modifications. Thus, the product is very flexible and offers great opportunities to achieving cutting-edge functionality together with a skilled partner. As market position, Epicor ERP is in the middle of the scale in our market analysis, which primarily covers medium-sized and large organizations. A challenge for Epicor on the Scandinavian market is that the software often ends up squeezed in the middle. The software has difficulties in competing with the large and global vendors due to a limited Nordic organization, and at the same time the product has difficulties in competing with small and local vendors and perceived as too complex for small customers. Main competitors in Sweden are Microsoft Dynamics Business Central and the local ERP systems Jeeves and Monitor. Also Sage X3 and SAP Business by Design are considered as competitors. In selection cases with larger enterprises, also Microsoft Dynamics 365 for finance and supply chain can be considered a competitor. And in selection cases with small organizations, the local Swedish system Pyramid can be considered a competitor. A short summary of the company and the system Epicor. When Epicor was launched as a product in 2010, the system was considered a very modern product with an interesting architecture. The software offers a relatively broad functionality with a coverage supporting most industries and with some rather unique features for selected industries. The software can be considered to be one of the most flexible systems on the market, related to possibilities of configuration, and also with regards of the tools that gives great opportunities to tailor and adapt processes and functionality to support really unique needs. Despite the fact that the product has been marketed on the Swedish market for 10 years, the company has not been able to attract more than 20 customers, which means that the system still has a rather weak market position in Sweden and Scandinavia. The Nordic organization at Epicor is rather limited with few employees and implementation resources. You've been listening to a short presentation of the ERP system Epicor ERP. More information about Epicor ERP and other business applications can be found in our market survey ERP Systems in Sweden. The report can be ordered and downloaded from our website. Thank you for listening.